Oh my God!
Those 5 moments sum up one terrifying afternoon in Beirut. Explosions ripped through the entire city. You saw the first images on this show. 24 hours have passed. We now know the cause and the scale of the damage. What we don't know is this: was it a terrorist attack? Who is to blame for what happened? And what does it mean for a volatile West Asia? On Gravitas tonight, we've put together the most comprehensive report on the crisis in Lebanon. We'll begin with the latest updates. At least 100 people have died in this twin explosion so far. More than 4,000 are hurt. This is now a humanitarian crisis. Up to 300,000 people, 3 lakh people, have been left homeless. The damage could run between $3 to $5 billion. We now know what caused this massive explosion. Ammonium nitrate. There were 2 blasts in the port area of Beirut. There were 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate stored there. This chemical is used in agriculture as a fertilizer. It can be used in explosives too. For now, officials in Lebanon have not been able to ascertain the exact cause of the blast. The Prime Minister of Lebanon has declared that the guilty shall be punished.
What happened today won't pass without accountability. Those responsible will pay the price for what happened. This is a promise to the martyrs and to the wounded. This is a national commitment. Facts will be revealed about the dangerous warehouse that has been there since 2014.
The biggest question right now is this: was this accidental or was it a terrorist attack? No one knows for sure. A local media report rules out the terrorism angle. A defense official has been quoted as saying that this wasn't a terrorist act. So what were the circumstances that led to this catastrophe? There are no clear answers yet. Reports say the first blast may have happened at a fireworks warehouse in the port. The fire then could have spread to the stockpile of ammonium nitrate. The chemical was being stored in a depot for 6 years until it blew up. This calamity could not have come at a worse time for Lebanon. Before the explosion, the country was suffering. The value of its currency had plunged. The Lebanese economy is on life support. There was an influx of refugees from neighboring Syria, and of course the Wuhan virus, the pandemic, wreaked havoc on Lebanon. And now, another tragedy. This will seriously cripple Lebanon. The implications are many. First of all, this explosion is a big blow for Lebanon's economy. It has destroyed its biggest port. This is an import-dependent country. Local authorities are now very worried. How are they going to bring in food, medical and other badly needed supplies? This port was a central storage location for Lebanon's grain, also a critical link to bring in supplies. While there is an alternative, a port in Tripoli could handle the imports, but there could be serious shortages. The country imports 90% of its wheat consumption. Reports say it has now less than a month's worth of grain reserves. Nearly half of Lebanon's population lives below the poverty line. 35% of the people are reportedly out of work. Already the central bank had to dip into its reserves just to subsidize wheat, fuel and medicine. Second, Lebanon is bracing for the Hariri tribunal verdict. 15 years ago, a truck bomb had killed Rafik Hariri. This was in Beirut. He was a former prime minister and a Sunni leader. The murder of Hariri had triggered a regional upheaval. And now this case could shake Lebanon again. A UN-backed court is trying 4 suspects in absentia. The verdict is expected tomorrow. And this brings me to the Hezbollah. The 4 suspects on trial are Hezbollah members, a Shiite group that wields considerable power in Lebanon. They're backed by Iran and they gain power first by waging armed attacks and then through politics. The Hezbollah is now a key power broker in Lebanon's cabinet. They have a veto power over all decisions. So if the verdict goes against the Hezbollah tomorrow, it will spark another dispute. One that could well widen the Shia-Sunni divide, polarize the masses, reignite sectarian tensions. We hope it doesn't, but the fears are real. This is Lebanon's worst crisis in decades, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. Last year, the country witnessed massive protests against the political establishment. These were nationwide protests against corruption, economic mismanagement, and sectarian politics. There could be another wave of protests, fuel more social unrest. This is a crisis of gigantic proportions. Earlier today, Beirut's governor broke down during a television interview at the blast site.
بهيروشيما وناكازاكي هذا يذكرني ما شفت بحياتي دمار بهالكبر وبهالوسع وبهالنكبة. هيدي نكبة وطنية، هيدي يعني مصيبة على لبنان. يعني ما بنعرف كيف بدنا نطلع منها، ما بنعرف بهالأيام نحن كنا يا دوب نقدر نمشي واجتنا هالكارثة هيدي. يعني بدنا نضل قوايا، بدنا نضل نتمالك حالنا، نمتلك الشجاعة. بس كتير هالقد كتير فرد مرة على شعب
Very difficult time for the people of this country. Several nations have come forward with help. Picking up the pieces and rebuilding will be quite an uphill task for Lebanon.